What is content prioritization? Just set the scene for us.
Not all content is created equal, and not all content requires to be localized or requires the same level and depth of localization. Just like not all localized content requires the same level of quality.
So when we're talking about prioritization, we have to talk about scarcity. You only have so much
Yes.
budget, right? Can you tell us about an example of when this has come up and you've had to make some tough decisions?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're 100% right. In an ideal world, everything gets translated, everything gets localized, also because it's also an accessibility issue. And I love that argument. It's like, well, your content needs to be accessible, hence it needs to be understood in another language. So you're now entering the accessibility viewpoint, which is also intertwined with compliance. And that's one thing. But when we're not concerned about compliance, resources are a finite thing. They're not infinite. There's only so much money, time, energy, so many hours in a day that a team can work. And so ultimately, if you have the approach of localizing everything, you're going to end up running out of money or having, if you're in a growth situation where budgets are not an issue, your budgets will become very, very bloated. And eventually that growth will plateau. And eventually someone will come knocking at your door and looking at how much money you're spending. And at the fact that maybe you're not concentrating your efforts where they matter. I think that, the difficulty is when you are starting from an idealistic perspective is making that mental jump to the fact that language is not the be all and end all, is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is the business objective or company of where you're doing localization. So why are you localizing?